I've collected some videos and images that show both extremes of classroom settings, along with what effective teaching and learning looks like. This first clip, which we are seeing now, is clearly teacher-centered, requires absolutely no thinking from the students, as the teacher is asking questions and providing his own answer. As you will see, the students are providing no input, mindlessly gazing, sleeping, and mentally absent. This is barely reaching the lowest levels of learning according to Bloom's taxonomy. There's no engagement, no communication, and really no learning taking place at all. The idea should be to get students thinking, talking, doing, and creating their own knowledge through active learning. When this clip subsides, the next clip is the opposite extreme, and is way too active of a classroom. Very chaotic. So much so that there's again no learning capable of taking place.
You will get exactly the same amount of revenue as at this point. This is very controversial. Does anyone know what...
And here comes the second clip of the opposite extreme.
Something DOO economics. Voodoo economics.
Now, although it's not meant to be an educational video, it's showing what the other far extreme would be of student-centered learning, if chosen by them. The goal of an educator is to meet in the middle and create a student-centered classroom, where the students are learning through doing and using information in authentic ways. The higher up the rungs of Bloom's taxonomy of learning domains we can get the students, the better the chances that they will be motivated, engaged, and build intrinsic motivation for learning. As seen from this last video clip, there are a few very good examples of student-centered classrooms, where students are clearly communicating with one another. They're working through problems, learning by doing, and the teacher is acting as a facilitator to their learning. These students have clearly surpassed basic learning domains of remembering and understanding, and are working towards applying, analyzing, and possibly even evaluating when they're working together, sharing ideas with one another, and working towards shared conclusions. This is very good active learning. And as you see, the students are engaged. They're excited to be learning, and the teacher stands aside and lets this happen. Now, it's not reasonable to try and make every lesson reach the level of creating, but when possible, the benefits are immense. So as we lastly take a look at the pyramid that is designed to show the hierarchy of learning domains according to Bloom's taxonomy, a teacher acting as a lecturer and delivering all the information students need to know for a test is only allowing their students to touch the bottom level, remembering, and maybe in some cases the second level of understanding. But when a teacher creates a student-centered classroom and becomes a facilitator, allows students to learn by doing, their students are climbing the pyramid and learning by applying, analyzing, evaluating, and even creating. It's not good practice to try and reach the highest levels during every lesson, but once the foundations are built, then higher order thinking should be reached for, and students can start applying what they have learned, reaching those highest levels and truly learning.